night. We had Spencer Lee, Caitlin Clark, and the Linn-Mar Poms. The second best Pom squad in the entire nation is here tonight. And their head coach, Sammy Herrera, joins me now. And is it like this everywhere you guys go?
Oh, yeah. We always got a crowd right behind us everywhere.
Now, this is your 7th year coaching. You were on the Pom squad, right?
Yep, I was.
So you knew what it was all about.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, what was it like when you were on the Pom squad?
When I was on the team, I mean, I guess I didn't really know anything different, but it was just intense as it is now. Lots of hours, hard work, but then always so rewarding in the end. So
Is that why you wanted to coach this team?
yes, yeah. I took 1 year off, went to college, and I just couldn't resist, so I came right on back.
So 7 years, second year as the head coach, and you go to nationals this year, and this was special. Finishing second in the country, that's the highest Linn-Mar has ever finished.
Yeah, yep. We placed second in medium varsity once, but this is our largest finished in large, yeah.
Large means big schools
Yes.
in the entire nation.
Yep, a lot of
and you
girls.
did it with a lot of adversity. This is Devyn Shock. She's a senior. She was injured at the competition, couldn't go. You had a choice of to leave a hole or Lauren Weber, a freshman alternate, learn the routine in 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I've never been put to that challenge, and I don't think in LMVP history anyone has ever been in this situation before. It was one we had to make at the last minute, but I just had all the confidence in everyone involved.
Watching the routine, you'd have no idea that happened.
No, absolutely not. It's even after seeing the routine hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times this year, it's hard for me to even tell.
What ran through your mind when you were watching this routine?
I was just so proud. There were tears, just like I couldn't even help it. I think all of us in the audience, we were just so proud of everybody out there, and especially Lauren and Devyn for really stepping up in this moment.
Yeah, they say nailing a routine. You guys absolutely nailed this.
Yeah, I would say so. They did awesome.
And this comes, I mean, you don't just show up and do this. This comes with so many hours of practice. First of all, what was the emotion like afterwards as you finish up right here and you realize that, well, there's Lauren right there, that you got second in the country?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, at that point, we didn't know how well we had placed, but we knew that we went out there and did our absolute best. And so that's been our biggest goal all season. And we knew we were in the top, the talk of the top teams, which is always exciting. So it was amazing.
I've been to your practices. They are intense and they are hard. Talk about how much work goes into this to put on a routine like that.
Yeah, especially this year. We rose the caliber of LMVP a lot this year. We had a new choreographer in Pom, and she sat down with me and was like, okay, by this month, you need to have them doing this many full outs at this time, full out being the dance top to bottom.
Yeah.
And so we stuck to that, and the girls had some practices where they did 2 or 3 full outs, which is a lot, and a lot different than what we're used to. So the intensity and the practice and the hours, it just all paid off.
Was this a harder routine than you'd done in the past?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was a lot. There was a lot of team skills in there that, they didn't have back in August, and they just worked so hard to get them. I would say this was the most intense and physically demanding Pom routine that Linn-Mar's ever had.
All right, we come back. We're going to have all the ladies come up on stage on OnIowaLive. You're looking at the second best Pom squad in the entire country on stage right now. Coach, I know how hard they work. Could you mention all the girls real quick?
Yes, absolutely. We have Lauren, Devyn, Celia, Sophia, Addie, Sophia, Raina, Larkin, Macklin, Chloe, Cam, Grace, Peyton, our assistant coach Kennedy, Katie, Faith, Emma, Lauren, Emerson, Natalie, and Bennett.
So how do you tell the Sophias apart? Is that a problem?
Yeah. We even have 2 with the same last initial, so yeah, it's
All right,
hard.
we have Devyn Shock over here, a senior. She was the one that was injured, and that had to be really heartbreaking for you in your senior year.
Yeah, for sure. So we had been working, 9 months, and it's all of us. It's a team effort, and it's a constant grind. So to get to that point, to the point that we've worked so hard for, and just not be able to complete, I guess, my senior year, it was definitely heartbreaking. But, the support of everyone else here, it made it so much easier to get
Well,
through.
you did the right thing because you could have gone on there injured, and then it would really been a problem. And then we have next to you Lauren Weber, a freshman. You had to hand her the mic. You had to learn this in 2 hours. What ran through your mind?
Well, I didn't have, like I said, I didn't really have time to, like, fear. So I just had to remember everything that was going on. Like, Devyn was there, Sammy was there, everyone was there, and they, like, helped me, and they critiqued me. They helped me get through it, and it's so hard to remember because it was going so fast, but.
But Devyn sat right in front of you, right, and helped you through the routine?
Yeah.
Talk about that, Devyn, and what you said to her and what you whispered to her before you went out.
Okay, so there was many different times and many different moments in the hallways and warm-ups where I could just tell, like, you know, she had a lot going through her mind and obviously a lot of pressure. So I know I whispered a couple times, like, you've got this. Everyone here is rooting for you no matter what happens. We're all going to be so proud of no matter what happens on the floor. And I remember right before she had gone on for the first couple of rounds of POM, or for the first round of POM, I said, you know, I should probably go stand in front of her. She's normally in this formation. It was my formation, so I knew exactly where she was going to be, and I thought it would be helpful if I just kind of guided her throughout the dance where I could.
And Celia, hand the mic to Celia, another senior. What ran through your mind at the start of this? Did you think you guys had it down?
I thought that we were going to put out the best performance possible, which is what happened. I think we were all just really confident in our training, and we've been working so hard and been so consistent. So honestly, like, I felt like the vibe around was like no fear, like we were just ready to show off and do our best that we could.
A lot of pride when you're a senior, right? Because this is your team. Can you talk about that this year?
Being on this team, like this year in particular, being a senior captain with all of the other 4 seniors, like we've all just worked really hard and like put our all into the season. So doing the best that we could this year was just like the best.
Did you grow up wanting to be a Linn-Mar Pom?
Yes, I did. I even transferred schools to be a Linn-Mar Pom.
And you're not the only one. Other girls have transferred schools to be Linn-Mar Poms. Talk about the history, Devyn, and your background with this. And you guys all started dancing at a very young age, right? You don't just show up and be able to do this.
Oh, no. There's no way. I started when I was 5, and I was at a studio, and I just kind of heard, you know, throughout some friends that had been on the team, or I've heard or gone to Linn-Mar High School, and just, you know, they kind of had this name. So I decided as a young girl to go to the camps and clinics, and I know many of us here have been since we were younger, and it's just kind of something you fell in love with the first clinic you went to, and it's just a passion that just stays until you get into high school.
And this is something that this program is built on for a long time. Talk about like 1998, you started really competing competitively. Can you talk about the history of this program and why it is so special and what these guys did?
Yes. I don't know the years exactly of when Linn-Mar Poms started, but I do know that since Allison Schmidt, head coach when I was on the team, was coaching, that they've been competing nationally and doing really well. And I think it just comes down to the culture of the team, the hard work, ethic, and that mindset, and just kind of like the bond that we all share. It probably wouldn't ever be possible to physically be this good without having such a awesome bond on this team.
Yeah, we've got some alumni like Jean out there. She was on the 1968 Linn-Mar Poms. I'm just kidding. What year was it, in the 80s, 90s? 94? 84. So that's how far it goes back. And she's proud, and she was so proud of you guys. And you heard from a lot of alumni after this, right?
Yeah, it's amazing how many people reach out, like throughout the year even, when they don't even know how well we're doing or how good we are. They just care so much about this team and the culture and the tradition of it all.
Lauren, when did you decide you wanted to be a Linn-Mar Pom? What age?
I was 3 when I started dancing, and ever since kindergarten I've been going to the clinics, and I always remember just I wanted to be like one of those big girls up there, and I wanted to be the one that was teaching the clinic. And, yeah, it's just a dream come true.
Because you have the clinic all the time, and that's how you recruit some of these girls, correct?
Yeah, yep. I know I went to clinics growing up, but then there's plenty of pictures of these girls when Kennedy and I were running the clinics. Yeah, so it's just kind of a tradition. Everyone just keeps working their way
up. And you have to try out. It's not easy to make this team.
Right, yeah. We're actually in the middle of tryouts right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a week-long tryout, and it's pretty intense.
All right, when you guys win the national title next year in Orlando, all right? No pressure, right? The seniors have built this for you. It's all ready to be done now. You're going to come back, and we're going to put that trophy right in the middle, all right? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Second best Palm squad in the country. Thanks for coming out, everybody.